Namaste. Back to the Wednesday section, and we are singing quite a bit of the songs, the shlokas for Ganesha, of course for Vishnu also, according to the celebration and puja going on. We are singing and chanting. So today we want to evoke in Sharavana's energy, Lord Muruga, Sharavana. So that's the bhajan we are going to try today. Kartikeya, Shanmuga, Guha, Kadamba, of course, again, many names. Again, nearly 1008 names you could easily chant according to his energy, the different wise and different aspect. We chant and the different names. The Nama, the essence. And so in his name itself, that's the aksharas coming. Sha, ra, va, na, bha, va. The 6. So sadakshara. So sadakshara mantra. So if we call sadaksharan, we got the 6 aksharas for him. So Sharavana. Shiva Kumara against Shiva's son. Kumara generally any boy, generally boy. Pillai also we say in the Tamil. Pillai. Kumara for the male. Kumari for the female. General name. And we are telling for the boy and girl. And of course Shanmukanatha, again Shat, the 6. Mukham, you know, Mukha, the face. As we do in the yoga, the Mukha Bastrika. The Mukha, so the face, who have the 6 face. Jaya Jaya, victory over, again Shanmukanatha. So Shanmukanatha, Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha, the 2 lines will be repeating after, when we are coming back to the, after 4 lines. So just the arrow mark is this way. And so Sharanam, Sharanam, our Namaskaram to you. And again Subramanyam, Su, again the Sukham, as we are just simply when we are sitting, we call this Sukha Asana, when you are cross-leg position, simply sitting. That's we use quite a bit nowadays, not really. And so at least sometime we have to, most of the practice, like a sadhana, it's main when you are singing, like that's giving the concert and playing mridangam for the concert, they sing, sit in long time. The Sukhasana, like that, all the sitting postures. Of course, that's a main reason they used many of the sitting postures to sit and contemplate for the dhyan. And so whatever the aspect, whatever the practice in the sadhana for the dharana, dhyana, it's mostly sitting posture we are using. So like a sukham, sukha. So Subramanyam. So Bra, of course, like a Brahma also there. So who loved Brahma, and of course Brahmin also, the term coming from that. And so Subramanyam, money, generally the pearl they say. So Subramanyam. So all the link, the name, the meaning also there. In the Tamil version they may say the money, money, Subramanyam. And Kartikeya, it's Kartikeya Pengal who brought him, who was taking care of him. Because Sharavana, born in the Sharavana Poigai, we call the tank name, even called Sharavana Poigai, the tank. So he born from the 3rd eye of Lord Shiva. When he opened the 3rd eye, from his 3rd eye the flame came. So that flame went to the Sharavana Poigai. In that, so that's why we are calling Lord Shiva. We are telling him this, he is Trinetra Dhari, who has the 3rd eye. So from the 3rd eye, that flame with the 6 lotuses. So lotus, again, we use the Padmasana, the cross-leg position when we are using in the asana. Sometimes we sit in the Padma, one leg, and Padmasana, the sitting. So we went to the lotus, and so 6 babies. So Shanmukhanatha. So 6 babies, the 6 of the Kartikeya Pengal they called, because they are taking care of the Kartikeyan Actually, they are taking care of the babies. That's why even Muruga got the name Kartikeya. So Kartikeya Pendal, so they also called Kartikeya Pendal. So Kartikeya, his name, another name. So again Shanmuganatha. In Sanskrit, we are telling this name Shanmuka. Of course, in Tamil, Arumukam also they call. Arum is the sixth. So all the names with the Nama essence and the bhajan, again Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, he's a son of Lord Shiva. That's also coming, the words in the end, Shiva Shiva, Hara Hara Subramanyam, who is son of Lord Shiva. So we try to sing this bhajan today, and because the Shanmuka, we have the concept of the konas, because all the shapes, all the number have the energy, and the shape, the mandala we call, the shape have the energy. That's why the Kampisam Madam, each and every Swami's Samadhi, our Swamiji made different mandalas, like a round, the chakra, like a full circle, and the konas we call like a sapta kona, and pancha kona, like when you are doing the namaskaram for the ladies, we say no, only we do like this, so pancha anga namaskaram. Like that, the konas also we have like a shat kona, the six, sapta kona, seven, ashta kona, like that, all the different angles with the konas we have. So when they are making that konas even, because in the column even when we are making the columns, it's we make with the dots. It's not the, actually the column class actually, but the column none other than the energy mandalas, energy shape. So with the dots also we go sometime. With the dots they make, and without the dots sometimes they make. All the shapes will be, you can see in all the columns when they are making. So like with the lines we make, like making the chatur, four faces. We call this padi column, just like the steps have, with the lines. So in the middle always you find the bindu, as that's explaining very well. From the bindu, that art starts. So bindu in the middle, we put the om also sometime. So like a pancha kona, like a shat kona, we make with the line. So this is very common where they, like Pradana Hatha Chakra also we say no, the 6 pointer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 pointer, the star. So they, with the shape, they are, we are making the columns even like that, all the shapes. So Shatkona, of course for Lord Muruga, Shatkona. Sometimes you find this also comes when you are joining. Eight, you can see the 8 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Ashtakona. So again, many variations we have, especially in the puja rooms we make. Of course, this year in the yantra course, that's teaching them the Sri Chakra. So they are going by step. They are learning how to make the Sri Chakra. Because Sri Chakra, when we are making like a flower, even like without taking the hands, we have to go continuously. Of course, when you are making with the powder, it's difficult because every time we'll be picking up the powder from the bowl. So like columns we make with the powder, and sometimes with the rice paste, like Krishna Jayanti we make, the footprint of Krishna we make, That even, the columns when you're making outside, the birds can come and eat because it's making with from the rice. So the birds come and eat, and for the ants like that, it's like a food. Even with the wet powder we use for the footprint of Krishna Jayanti, but even the squirrel running around in the roof, that coming and taking that powder from that rice powder, no? So from the rice, raw rice. So that's why all the aspects actually have that one way. The scientific meaning is there, and of course it's joined, connected, linked with the ceremonies and the pujas, and of course at the same time like it's food for the birds and the small ants and the worms. All they have the food also, by the time you are feeding them also in all the way. So like that, in every number and kona, the shapes, everything have the energy. So with the Kartikeya Saravana Bhava energy, we try to sing this bhajan today. And so Mayur is the Vahana of Lord Muruga, who are the peacock as his Vahana. We have the Mayuri Mudra, we have the Mudra, Mayuri. When we using in the hands in the dance also, when you're showing the Mayuri, the peacock. Of course, we have the Mayurasana and the male, and the Mayuri female. That's also we do from the Padmam. With the Padmasana, Padmam with the lotus. Again, we have seen last class the full moon showing that Alapadam, the blossom lotus, the Mudra Alapadam, we are showing for the moon. So that same Mudra, Alapadam is the blossom lotus you're using. So in the asanas, you can see, in the mudras, you can see the connection, and of course the mudras we do, the Mayuri Mudra, all you can see in many, many different aspects and the different variations you can see. So here the peacock as his Vahana. Of course, my clothes is not really comfortable today. This top is very slippery. So as we have the Mayuri Asana, we do from the Padmasana crossing. Mayura, the female, without having the Padmasana fully lifting. So so we can see in the asanas, you can see in the mudras. So different way we are invoking and evoking the energy by doing, by singing, by chanting. The youthful energy, Lord Muruga, the handsome youth energy. Of course, he is a leader of the army, the Deva Senatipati he called, who marries Devasena after the Sura, killing the Sura. So he married Devasena, so he called Devasenadipati because his Senam is the army, who is the leading the army, Deva's army. So he got that name also. So he who have that energy as a young youth, of course very handsome, and of course with the Tamil also, for the Tamil people is very beautiful, and so they call him Muruga in Tamil. So Murugu means the very beautiful, the handsome energy. So we chant the Gayatri mantra for Lord Muruga, and we go for the bhajan. Om Tat Kumaraya Vidmahe Kartikeyaya Dhimahi Tanno Skandaha Prachodayate. Again, when you're chanting Skanda, when the base of the spine, we call the Skanda. The Brahma Danda, fully the whole spine. The other day, Dr. and Divya was reading for Divya's class. He's helping. So they are talking about the Skanda also. So base of the spine we call Skanda. Again, when we are chanting in Sanskrit, Skanda, the same name they are calling in Tamil Kanda. So it's a little different when we are chanting in Sanskrit and Tamil. So we go for the bhajan. So Sharavana Bhava Shivakumara Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. That's repeat. One more, then one more round, then Sharanam Sharanam Shanmukanatha. Sharanam and Subramanyam, Kartikeya, Sharavana Bhava, all his different names. Then after that we will be coming back to the Shanmukanatha, Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. And Sharanam Sharanam. That repetition is there. That's why the arrow mark is there. Then Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam. Then Shiva 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 Shiva, Subramanyam, Hara 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 Hara, Subramanyam. So repeated minimum twice. Usually we sing two times each line. Some of the bhajans we make all the lines 3 speeds, all 3 speeds. Some of the bhajan we may just make that last part of the song, we make it faster and come back to the slow and finish. Of course, sometimes you can see the variations also there. So as many variations as we have as many variations with the asanas we call paravrati. Similarly, the bhajans also you could enjoy and invoke the energy on your own variations also. You can add sometime. Om Sharavana Bhava Shivakumara Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Sharavana Bhava Shivakumara Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Sharanam Sharanam Shanmukanatha. Sharanam Sharanam Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam Kartikeya. Subramanyam Kartikeya. Sharavana Bhava Sharavana Bhava Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Shanmukanatha Jaya Jaya Shanmukanatha. Sharanam Sharanam Shanmukanatha. Sharanam Sharanam Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam Subramanyam Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha. Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Hara 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Hara 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 Shiva Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Hara 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 Shiva Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Hara 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 Shiva Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Hara 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 Shiva Subramanyam Shiva 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 Hara Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam Shiva Shiva Hara Hara Subramanyam Hara Hara Shiva Shiva Subramanyam 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 Shanmukanatha Subramanyam Subramanyam, Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam, 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 Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam, Shanmukanatha, Subramanyam. Om. So in the end, you could again many variations we could sing. You can repeat like in the concert they call not like a Neraval they call one part of the Kirtan, the fame of the God when they're singing the Kirtanam in that they take one word like a Shanmukanatha. If they take only Shanmukanatha, 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 Sharavana, 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 Shanmukanatha, 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 Nada, Shanmukanatha, Shanmukanatha. Just like they take one line in from the song and they go, we call that Neraval. With that, even they make many variations as we do in the asanas. Paravriti we call. Like that they go, like that we can make the variations as we are changing. Like we could go Shiva, 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 Hara, Subramanyam, Hara, 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 Shiva, Subramanyam, and the end changing. Or you go Shiva, Shiva 2 times, Hara, Hara 2 times, Hara, Hara 2 times, and the Shiva, Shiva, just changing the namas as you feel like many variations. Because when you are chanting, you just go now. Sometimes we forget ourselves again. Like in the dance, when you are thinking, dancing, we won't be thinking ourselves. That's what Amaji says. When you are giving the performance, the people say you did well. That means you failed. If they tell you that I saw whatever the energy you invoke, if they say that, then that means we did a good job of bringing that character alive on the stage. So in the dance, we won't be thinking, no, when you are dancing, when you are thinking of the Krishna, we have to think Krishna. We become ourselves, we try to become Krishna. Like when that's a teaching, we could easily feel that he feels in him Maharishi Patanjali. So that he could feel how he felt, how he was telling, how he thought. So like that, we have to become that character. So we forget ourselves, no? We lose ourselves. That's what the Gopikas, when they're whatever they are doing, whether they are with boiling the milk or making the milk, they forget themselves when they are heard the Krishna Gana. So like that, when you are singing Lord Muruga, we will be thinking how handsome he was, how strong he was. He has the spear in his hand. So Skanda, so that strong energy we feel. So we won't be thinking ourselves, no? So like that, in that we lose ourselves. Sometimes the thing comes automatically because you are enjoying in that, you are fully contemplating in that energy. So sometimes other variations also you may enjoy and sing. And so some of the variations we are just trying today. Again, the other Muruga song, very nice song, because in the when we are repeating the going sometimes like tongue twist, no? Even in the Tamil songs, Arunagirinathar, it's very famous from the Tirunamalai place, that Tirunamalai, that place is that temple even, it's Agni mountain. So that place is for the Agni, the Panchabhuta Sthala, we have different temple. In that, the Agni Sthala, we call Tirunamalai. So Arunagirinathar, when he is singing for Lord Muruga, that words comes like sometimes very, we call that very neradal, we say, because it's a twisted, tongue twisted one. Like Muttittarvatti Tirinagayak Tikkida Chakti Charavan Muttu Kurvittu Guru Baragana Vodam Mukkat Paravarku Churudigir Mutpatta Karpit Tirvar Muppat Mubarkat Tamaran Adipena all the words when you see it's like a narrative we call, so it's a very tongue twisted on like that. Quite a few many of the songs we could see like the stuti when they are singing in Tamil, even very difficult actually, like a Kanda Srishti Kavacham. Now Divya is contemplating on Kanda Srishti Kavacham after the Hanuman Chalisa. So in that she's singing every evening. So in that like some of the words comes like a ra 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 re 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 re, it just goes and dagu 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 ding gu dung. It's very difficult actually. When you're chanting, you have to get used of that. That's why they say that you have to get used, practice that lot to not to make the mistake. Means of course in the beginning we'll be making any song we are learning. So all the tongue twisted one we could see many of the Tamil the songs you could see like in that the example some of the songs I'm telling you all for Lord Muruga actually. So Sharavana Bhava Enum Tirumandram, they say in Tamil, other Kirtanam Sharavana Bhava Enum Tirumandiram Tannai Sada Chebiyanave. So we are asking our tongue, you sing that energy of Lord Muruga. Sharavana Bhava Enum Tirumandiram. That Tirumandram, that mantra of Lord Muruga, the Shadakshara. So you sing like that. We are telling our tongue, even we are reminding our tongue to say that instead of telling something else. So we are a Jabi. Jabi means like going like the Shravana again. So I mean hearing and like a Smarana, mantra japa, going like a Sada. Jabi means every time. Sada means every time. Jabi means like a japa yoga. You go on that with that chanting. So like that all the chantings, many variations, many songs in Tamil and the Sanskrit and of course most of the bhajans what we are trying, that's all mixed with the Sanskrit. So quite easy. We thought even in the 6-month course when they are learning the bhajans, they manage very well with the Sanskrit means. Of course with the Tamil ones it's quite difficult usually, especially the long ones. So we don't try most of the time the long ones. The simple ones they mostly tried. Even for Ganesha, they play and all very easily they managed. Somehow Sanskrit is the mother of all the language. Many language have that root word from the Sanskrit. Many words we are using even in Tamil language. Many words we are using. Of course, Telugu, Malayalam, all the our language even. You can see many words mixed with the Sanskrit actually. So but the Sanskrit, that energy we quite easily we feel very easily. Of course in Tamil also that, but the easy way they pronounce somehow they manage that we found very easily with the people comparing with the Tamil language. So of course you enjoy and sing and we try to meet next week with new bhajan. Dhanyavad. Thank you.